Number one, let's be number one. Oh yeah.
Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, Peter Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, and all those listening in Radio Land. I am CJ, and this is Real FM 91.9 and 91.5. It is Agriculture Thursday, and we have JD for you today. Go ahead, please, JD.
Good morning to our listeners. Today we look at love, hugs, blessing. Must love simply, love generously, speak truthfully, work diligently, and if you fall short, keep going, keep growing. This morning we want to look at prayer for people with cancer and all those who suffer with cancer and tumors. It seems that cancer has become an epidemic and that it is spreading further and further. Cancer is one of the most common killers against people today in the world. The word of the Lord is the true medicine that heals. It is the source of our hope, and every breath help us to listen carefully and never lose sight of his word. Through the distractions of the world, we must let the word of God penetrate the depths of our heart. We must live by his word and receive all the benefits of knowing him. Father God, we thank you that your word is life in healing our whole body. Lord, we know that your word says the prayer of faith shall heal the sick. We pray today that in faith, believing that those who hear this prayer, Lord, that you will heal them. Lord, we pray that each person will open themselves today to your blessings, healing, and miracles, despite of whatever setbacks or discouragement, or however sick they are, no matter the portion of their faith, that they will join together and let all their worries leave their hearts in the name of Jesus. We know that you can take care of all who are burdened and heavy laden, and you shall give them rest. We thank you today for and forever. James chapter 5 and verse 13 says, if anyone among you is sick, suffering, let anyone who is cheerful, let him sing psalms. If anyone among you that is sick, let him call for the elders of the church and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord. The prayer of faith will save the sick, and the Lord will raise him up. Thank you, Lord, that whoever is sick and is listening, make them whole, Lord. Stir up the faith within each person's heart today. We pray for freedom from pain and suffering. Your faithful love endures forever, and your mercy never ceases. Great is your faithfulness. We thank you for watching over those who have been diagnosed with cancer, with tumor. We thank you for your healing power, for that your thoughts towards us are of peace and not evil, to give us a future and hope. We believe that it is your will to free us from all disease, for by your stripes we are healed, according to Isaiah chapter 53, verse 5. We declare the infirmity of cancer, the infirmity of tumor, with all the many forms and types, especially with cancer of the bladder, of the breast, of the colon, of the rectal area, leukemia, lungs, skin cancer, any of the pancreas and other prostate cancer, thyroid and thyroid and any other cancer type be destroyed in Jesus' mighty name. We command the primary abnormal deformed cell to die at its root, and the materialized aging cells to cease from spreading throughout the body, especially to the lungs, the bones, the liver, and the brain. Every tumor within the body is growing growing on the outside. Be disintegrated from the body in Jesus' name. Whether it be malignant, we pray that they disappear by the power of your name. Remove every mountain of sickness from our bodies. We command the increased production of healthy cells to destroy cells that are abnormal and not enter into the bloodstream. We declare those diagnosed with cancer will not die, but they will live and tell a glorious testimony. We pray that anyone who needs of healing from cancer be healed, redeemed, and be restored and set free from cancer and tumors, along with all of its symptoms. We declare the supernatural healing as flowing through our body today in Jesus Christ. We declare that the words that come under the voice of this storm, that everyone suffering today would be encouraged and be healed and set free. Holy Spirit, please reveal the cure for cancer. We ask you to increase the wisdom and knowledge of medical researchers as they perform cancer studies. We ask for strength. We ask to strengthen persons who have been treated for cancer or tumors, to increase their joy, endurance, and patience as they undergo X-ray, chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and with peace. Holy Spirit, comfort and strengthen their families. Help their family members to walk with love, peace, and patience and faith. Protect those who have been touched by cancer. Break every poor eating patterns, a sleeping habits within us that will encourage such a sickness to come into our bodies. All unhealthy lifestyles and habits, we ask that you destroy. Forgive us for not being good to our bodies. We declare your goodness and mercy. We declare it is finished on the cross in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Okay, amen. So, what are you up to today?
Today, I was supposed to have a guest from Trinidad, but he was supposed to come on last week, as a matter of fact, but he couldn't make it last week, so he put it off for this week. But then this week, he says he could not do it again this week because of the climatic condition in Trinidad at the present time.
Okay.
And I have to apologize for all those who probably would have tuned in last week with the hope of hearing him.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, it did not come true.
Okay.
So we're looking for a day which they'll say the Lord has made, that we will rejoice and be glad.
True. So we are waiting for drumsticks anytime now. And if
Yes.
she calls, they will take the call. And then it's weather, and then you have it all to yourself.
Agicot, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I need to share a little joke. There were three old men in a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
So they said they had problems with the numbers.
Okay.
One says, I do number one, good. A little bit now, I don't have a proper number. The other one says, my number two is nothing good, but little piece, little piece.
Mm-hmm.
So the third one says, at 5 every morning I wake up. No, at 5 every morning I know I do my number one. At 6 I do my number two. So the other two ask, what is your problem? If you know, see, but my problem is I wake up at 7.
You wake up. Wait.
At 5,
You wake up at 5?
at 5 number 1,
Right.
religiously.
So you did it in the bed then?
Well, at 6, number 2,
Yes.
religiously. So they ask, well, what is your problem? You don't know a problem? See, my problem is I wake up at 7.
Well, yeah, so that the bed is
The
paying
bed-
for it,
the
that's
bed paid
all.
for it.
You know, when we were younger, or even now, people dream that they're in the bathroom and on the bed, they're peeing. So
Yeah.
it happens.
Mhm. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question while waiting for drumstick. Have you ever made black bean soup or used black beans at all?
I never, well, I ate it, that I never made it.
Oh.
I never, that, I ate it. Well, first time I ate black bean was then, and it was a joke, yes. I was in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
They speak Portuguese, and I didn't know the language, and the menu was not in English.
Okay.
So I was hungry, and I wanted, so I see they pass it with rice and this thing and meat. So I said, telling the attendant, can I have one of this?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't eat pork. And when the meal came, boy, it's pork
with
and
the black beans?
the black beans.
Yeah, they do a lot in
So I ate the rice. I ate a little bit because, and then she said, what happened? I said, no, I'm filled. I just left it there. I couldn't think. And then I ate it in Miami. The Cubans, they love the black, the black beans, the cassava, black beans, and plantain. You're getting that,
and the pork.
and pork as usual.
Yeah.
But no, they have other choice of meat, but when,
They love pork, yeah.
So I said, you know what? I have to learn Portuguese. And when my meat is chicken, if I go there, I will eat chicken. So I need to find out what chicken is in. So chicken is frango in Portuguese. So
Okay.
I know what to ask for.
Frango? Okay.
Frango, yeah.
Okay. That's about the second or third time I'm cooking black bean soup. And the thing is like iron. And the funny thing, you soak it because you have to soak it for a couple of hours.
Yeah, like overnight.
Yes,
The best.
well, they said 1 to 6 hours overnight if you choose to.
Yeah.
And then you wash it, you drain the water, you put more water, and you put it in the pot and you put it to boil. I followed all that. I put it in, let me say, I went to bed around 9 last night, so I turned off the burner about that time and I left it on and I went to bed. I got up at 4 this morning because I know how tough that is to cook. And it has been on from 4, 5, 6. Like, unless you wake up at 4 and I get it at 7, then I wait for you. It is the hardest thing to cook. So yeah. I went on Pinterest afterwards. I said, no, something must be wrong here. I went on Pinterest and I said, well, how do you cook black beans? Or why does it take so long to cook? And interestingly, they said, if your water is hard, or there is acid in the water, your water is acidic.
Okay, yeah, right.
Then it takes forever to cook. But what I know about it, when you cook it, even though it's a bit hard, if you leave it sit there for a while, it gets as soft as ever. Yeah. So you really have to have patience to do anything with black beans.
I've never cooked it, and I don't think I'll buy it.
No, but it is the benefits of black beans.
Good.
It's really good.
Good,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah. But somehow, sometimes what you don't, you are not accustomed with.
But you have to have patience with it. You gotta have patience to do it because.
But what you cook, what pot you use? I mean, on the normal stove, no?
Yeah, normal stove.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to get an Instant Pot.
A who?
Instant Pot.
I'm going to instant myself. Don't worry. Instant Pot is like the air fryer and all that stuff, right? I don't really like. I don't know. Somehow it's not. I like to see. I'm cooking my stuff and I know what I'm putting in it and playing around with it and everything. The Instant Pot, you just throw something in it and away it goes.
No, you put all your stuff there. Yeah, I know. And then when it comes out, you don't have to do no turning, no opening a pot, no tasting. You just put your thing there.
What if you did not put enough salt? You did not put enough
when you finish, then you taste and then you just probably put it back on.
In that case, I'll get a slow cooker. That one is better.
The slow cooker.
Yeah. So I can put it on whatever temperature or what, and I go about my business.
I love the Instant Pot. I love the Instant Pot.
You have one?
Yeah.
I think Chums is coming in. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation.
Go ahead, please.
I'm reading from the Word of God, Psalm 36. Judge me, O God, for I have walked in my integrity. I have trust also in the Lord. Therefore, I shall not sigh. Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my limbs and my heart. For thy loving kindness is ever before me, my eyes, and I have walked in the truth. I have not sit with vain persons, neither will I go in with displeasure. I have hate the congregation of evildoers, and I will not sit with the wicked. I will wash my hands, so I will compass thy altar, O Lord. This is the end of the scripture reading.
Thank you so much. And you know, as usual, what you're expecting, right?
Yes, yes,
So
I just
tell him before. Tell him, because he's going to ask you a question.
I just remember one thing. Trust me, O Lord, and know my heart today. Try
Yes.
me, O Savior. Know the thoughts I pray.
I pray, yes.
See if there be any wicked way in me. Cleanse me from all my sins. That's all I have to say.
Okay, then.
Have a good day, drums.
Have a good-
Nice day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, Jobs. Be good. Bless.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is, I think next we're going to be heading to the weather in a little bit.
Yeah, that weather. What weather we have in these days?
I think this, didn't they say today we're going to have something like a front or something coming along today
Could
and
be.
tomorrow?
I think something like that. From yesterday, I think I was
Yeah.
somebody. Yeah.
Yesterday was looking kind of really calm and, so you know what I do? I'm looking to, every time I go home, I look for my dog to see how he behaving.
After
If he heading for the mountain, so I'm heading behind it.
After come, they say come the storm. So
Yes. But they said that animals normally know when
know
bad weather is
when
coming.
weather coming. Yeah,
Yes, so
they how they behave. If you follow the animals, they are very in their own way. They have their own education. Yeah.
I remember when that was it a typhoon or something that passed? Was it Indonesia a couple of years ago? Where was it Indonesia? Where a lot of people lost their lives anyway. But they noticed that the animals, before the water came ashore, the animals knew what was going on.
What was going on,
And
yeah.
they started going uphill. And a few people followed them and they were saved.
Yeah, follow it.
Yeah, because the animal used the
They have their thing. Yeah,
head.
they knows when they know they behave. On them if they try, they behave. Bad and so
To let them out or something.
let me go. Please release me and let me go.
You can sing it.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can get
the weather.
It's going to be a blast. Remember the dates now? Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 10 p.m. starting November 15th right up to the 22nd of December. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Real FM. Christmas coming again. You ready for parade?
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack is and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the old thing flap. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You put me through with a clothes. And they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you know is them computers. used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the fruits that we had. When the cocoa, nutmeg and banana was at the highest level, now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You only do with those, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. Tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord, Lord. All over the world you go, agriculture is number one.
And we have the man from Woolwich, which is Mr. Jerry Tamer, the Panman. Tell us what you have for us this morning, Jerry.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. See, when you let the cat out of the bag, that's what you get.
Yes, good morning to you. Good morning to all your listeners. Yes, well, cloudy conditions now is just across our Tri-Island states. Our winds easterly at 12 miles an hour. Barometric pressure is now 12.8 millibars. Now that is below normal, but rising. Current temperature 27.4 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 86%. Now, yesterday we recorded a maximum temperature of 31 degrees Celsius, and last night a minimum of 26.1 Celsius. Yesterday also we had only a trace of rainfall down here at Point Saliers, meaning our total for the month remains at 80.7 millimeters. Let's turn our attention now to the public forecast, and this is valid for the day and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and the Petite Martinique. We can expect conditions to be cloudy to overcast with light to moderate showers and possible isolated thunder showers. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open waters. Tides are currently rising. High tide would be at 2:40 this afternoon. Low tide would be at 12 minutes after 11 tonight. Maximum temperature today is expected to be around 30.5 degrees Celsius. Sunset today, 5:41. Sunrise tomorrow, 3 minutes after 6. And because of the expected rainfall again, we are advising the nation to be on the lookout for possible flooding and landslides in the vulnerable areas. So just to repeat the public forecast, remember it's valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Conditions are expected to be cloudy to overcast with light to moderate showers and possible isolated thunder showers. And again, just to remind the public, be on the lookout for possible flooding and landslides in the vulnerable areas. So, for the Met Office at NBIA, Jerry Taylor.
Thank you, Jerry. Have yourself a good one.
Thank you. Same to you.
Okay, bye-bye. And there we have it. A little bit of rain and everything, and we have to be very careful today because there might be flooding and all that. So people, take it easy out there.
Some of the things to
Yes, agriculture is the number one. The number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack is and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer.
Now, this morning is Thursday, the 10th of November, and the Ministry of Agriculture and Land, Fisheries and Cooperatives reminds all fisher folks throughout Grenada of the fishing vessel inspection scheduled for the following area. And today, Thursday, the 10th, we are at Waltham Bay, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, we're at Waltham Bay today, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
We used to ship 20 hectares all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the food that we had. When the cocoa, nutmeg and banana was at the highest level, now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes.
Agriculture, a pillar in the Grenadian economy. Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. They supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery items, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs, serving you from two locations at Birch Grove and booth number 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call them on 409-2175 or 438-4337 and enjoy their services from your farm to your backyard. Gittins Home and Garden Center.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation.
So, Jerry, what do you have for us today?
Before to continue about all those who quite a lot of people said they enjoyed that program last week, and we should probably get more information, on the hubs and so a lot of people, yeah. And I'm going to try to do that, my utmost best to educate people on the hubs and what they're good for, how to grow them. And I've seen in like places in Africa, they have farms that only grow like one person doing only rosemary, another one doing a seasoning called tarragon, and they specialize in those areas, and it's very interesting. Some add value to the rosemary. They turn it into oils and what other things. And it's very good to see a whole field of rosemary. It's really I saw one of them, and it's like in Jamaica. There's a guy who does only thyme, acres and acres of thyme. Quite.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to look at for this couple of minutes. People who are vegan, who don't eat no meat and rely mainly on vegetables and so for their protein. And I have a list here of some of the products that has per 100 gram or 2.5 ounces in weight. I don't know what they have it as potatoes 2.5 gram of protein. Brown rice is 2.58. Spinach 2.90. Quinoa is 4.40. Kidney beans 4.83. Pinto beans 4.86. Green peas come up with a 5.36. Macedonia nuts is 7.79. Lima beans 8.80. Wheat bread, no, Lima beans is 7.80. Sorry, Lima wheat bread 8.80. Chickpeas, Gabano beans is 8.90. Lentil has 9.02. Pecan has 9.5. Soya beans has 13.10. Walnut scores 15.03. Hazelnuts 15.03. Cashew nuts 15.31. Chia seeds 15.60. Oats 16.89. Tofu 17.19. Pistachio has 21.38. Almond 22.09. Hemp seed 22.09. And peanut butter 23. Schools 23. So those who that give you a guide as to the vegan people as to what sort of proteins they get. So and peanut butter is seems to be have the highest. Something we use a lot, but I don't see we don't grow it in Grenada. Soya beans. Yeah, because the oil, soya beans oil, and all, but we use a lot of soya bean oil, but somehow for some reason.
Can we grow it here?
Yeah, it's grown. I've tried it already. It could grow here. And the beauty about soya bean, when you when you're harvesting, like they all bear the tree would bear all at the same time. So if you have to harvest, you just pull off the whole tree. You don't have none like say coming on a little later on, or even it just you just pull out the whole tree, and you go and sit down and take it off from the tree.
So.
And it's when it's young, it's very you cook it as the other beans. Yeah.
So here's a little tidbit that came from St. Lucia. It says St. Lucia increases its production capacity to overcome dependency on food imports. It says in response to the global food crisis, St. Lucia, a small island state in the Caribbean, has rolled out a number of government programs to increase food security, boosting its agricultural production and minimizing its reliance on imports. I think that's what everybody has been preaching for the longest while.
Yeah, but since all the countries, and then when they look at the food import bills, every year they complain, but what are they doing?
What are we doing?
What are the islands? What are I think most of us more into food insecurity than food security. Yeah, a lot of us more into food insecurity than food security. And lately, I heard from Saint Lucia, they were probably one of the better islands in the OECS. I don't know for food security. They've been doing very well.
That's what they have been saying here. That's what they're saying here.
I think the government they've just set up a new cassava processing plant. Yeah, because these are things that we have to do. We have to look and see what are the foods that we could live by and to sustain us in these times. So you have corn, you have cassava, you have sweet potato,
breadfruit. Don't forget breadfruit.
You have green bananas.
Breadfruit. They said that breadfruit, the amount of breadfruit that is in the world, breadfruit is a staple food to cease hunger.
Yeah, breadfruit. It plays a good part in our diet.
And they said if maybe we won't want to eat breadfruit every day, but if you consume breadfruit for a few times in a week, you could be sustaining your health and your life.
Breadfruit has it's natural, but there are many different ways that you could eat it every day.
Sure, you
and
could
then
fry it, bake it,
bake it, roast it,
all down, run down,
whatever.
all
Dong.
kind of down. You can do a lot with breadfruit.
I got a joke once that there was a gentleman from, I think they were from Riverside. They were boarding in St. George's,
Mm-hmm.
and they were boarding. I think every day is like they was getting green banana, green fig down their throat. So they couldn't take it. So the lady decided, the guest decided, all right, I will think she did it in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And when they came and said, I don't know what I'll eat today. They said, no, green bananas.
Yeah, there are many different ways to do
Yeah,
food
do
with
food, yeah.
same things that we say we're not eating. Because some people tell you, oh, I'm not eating this, but when they get it, they don't know what to eat, and they enjoyed it.
What did I eat? What
Yeah.
did you know? What did I eat?
Somebody gave me a recipe to do a breadfruit. I said I like roast breadfruit, but it has to be kind of semi-ripe.
Okay,
And
and
then you,
yeah.
and she said to me, if you get a green breadfruit, you wash it thoroughly, and you just put it to boil. With the skin, everything.
the
Just
skin,
put the
yeah,
whole breadfruit in a
breadfruit
pot of water to boil. She said it's going to take a while.
Yeah,
But when it comes from there, it's like it's a roast breadfruit.
and you just take off the inside.
Mm-hmm. Like you core it.
Yeah, you could take out the inside. What I've seen they doing in Barbados, they roast the breadfruit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they roast in a quite a large quantity, about 30 breadfruit, they roast the breadfruit. And they're not even scraping out all the black.
Oh, okay.
They cut it in halves.
Mm-hmm.
You take out the core inside, and then you add, if you want saltfish, if you want smokerine, if you want cheese with it or whatever form, and they serve you like that.
So the breadfruit become the bowl.
Yes.
And you just put the toppings on it.
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever. And it's a favorite in Barbados.
Mm.
Look at what we have in Grenada. All you talking about it oil.
Well, that's our main dish, our favorite
Yeah,
dish.
but how many? What other ways we do breadfruit? I mean, apart from, you see, we have to make. Yes, oil is probably national, but we have to make it. We had the breadfruit, so what make it into other forms.
You can do breadfruit salad.
A breadfruit pie.
Yeah, you can do. You see, the thing is cheese, and I know a lot of people cannot eat cheese, but cheese can do a lot for a dish.
Yeah.
Like breadfruit, if you cook your breadfruit and you smash it with a smasher, and you add cheese and your green onions and your chives and whatever it is, and you grate some cheese and you put on it, and then you put it in a grease pan, put it in the oven, and voila, you got breadfruit casserole.
I've seen they didn't use any cheese, green bananas and with saltfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that makes, we have to be innovative. We have to, make the food palatable, for one to consume.
And instead of having potato fries, you can do breadfruit, because you get more in the breadfruit. I mean, sometimes it just be really hard according to who fries it. So it's like you're going to break your jaw when you're eating it, but you can do a whole lot with it.
A whole lot. Yeah, I know a vendor who sells on the beach, and one of her favorite is breadfruit.
We got a call.
Take the call, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
In breadfruit you're just talking about, I just put on the fire just to do the same thing.
What you doing with it?
I steam it,
Uh-huh.
with the skin and everything,
Uh-huh.
and I'm using smoking with it.
Yeah.
Can put smoking in.
You could drink the water too,
You know, did you peel it or you just cut it in half and core
No,
it and stuff? You peeled it.
No, I peel it. I put the
the whole thing, the whole breadfruit.
Oh, and then you put in the smoker in where?
When I peel it, I take it up,
Mm-hmm.
peel it, I cut it inside,
Mm-hmm.
wrong, and then I put the smoker inside it.
Okay. How long did it take you to steam it?
So to what?
To boil it. How long it take you have it on fire? It's still on the fire?
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay.
Is it a big breadfruit or a small breadfruit?
No, you have some very soft breadfruit. Breadfruit. You have to be very careful with how you
Yeah. Joe, what are you saying?
You can test it all the time, you see.
Oh, okay. I see.
So you just take out a little fork, or you have a test pointy thing, and you just chip in your feet and skin stuff.
Okay, so we have breadfruit bowl. All right.
Of course.
I'll try that.
And smoker.
Of course.
And what going on with you, Joe?
Hmm?
What going on with it?
At the stage.
Okay.
What, Black Stage Tea?
Yeah.
Oh,
That way you live, yeah, where you going to live till you die?
of course he has to live till we all have to live till we die.
No, no, Joe in particular, Joe eating healthy. Very good.
Joe, the avocado tree is still making avocado down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Just
Andrew
checking.
need to bring up this time.
What is it?
Actually, Andrew not around to bring up any.
Oh, that's right. When he come back, we will see if we can send him down to your end and see if we can get some avocado. How long is he going to last, though?
A month again.
A month again? Okay. All right. I'll keep that in mind.
Have a good morning,
Thank
everybody.
you. You too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, good breakfast. Have breadfruit
Breakfast.
with smoked
Smoked
carne
is something I can't handle.
and some avocado on the side.
We have another call.
Yes, take the
Good
call.
morning.
Good morning to you, CJ,
Good morning, Mr. Devon Romaine.
and how you doing? And good morning to the agriculturists.
Good morning, Mr.
You know, very interestingly, you talk about breadfruit, and I have a little shop, right, that I operate, and one of the feature of it, selling in it, because only basically local things I sell. Try to stuff stay local, and it's breadfruit, fried breadfruit, right? The breadfruit chips. We do so, and we get the breadfruit green, full and nice. Sometimes if you get one just beyond the full, and it just you slice them, you peel off the skin, take off the guts, and then you slice it as chips.
Yeah.
Right, straight from the tree, you wash it and into the pot, and you sell it, and it's amazing to see how people enjoy it. And the best way to do it is to eat it hot.
Yeah, breadfruit hot, yeah.
You know, so it's a dish. When you eat a bowl of that, and so you're good for a number of hours.
But it did.
You know, so you understand. So I'm just putting that out there, you know, to say that look, the breadfruit. We have breadfruit in season 3-4 times for the year, right? And if we can utilize it, people who have the parlors and so on, utilize it and introduce it to people, right? You can fry it, and so you don't have to do nothing. Green as it is, and you get it done.
So let me ask you. So let me ask you a question. When you peel it, and so do you put it to soak in salt water for a couple, or you just hit it straight off?
No.
Okay.
Just straight up. As you peel it, straight into the frying pan.
Okay.
You know, and it will be much better if you can get coconut oil to fry it. And so, but you know how expensive that is.
Hey, you cannot eat the money, buy the coconut oil.
Well, yes, but it may not be as profitable.
Because you're not doing it for your home, you're doing it for outside.
Point well taken.
Mr. Romaine.
Yes,
Devon, sorry, can I have your number, please?
403 2652.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Romaine, you have to try that breadfruit punch?
Well, I've never did it, but I tasted. Somebody introduced me to it, and I enjoyed it.
Right. So
right, but I never try, do it.
This is one you want to add to your menu in the shop.
Yes, that is one of the things, and not just the breadfruit punch, but other local made punches.
You have pumpkin. You could do it with
the avocado.
Avocado makes a very even ice cream.
Yeah, right. The watermelon. But to tell you too, my forward thinking is to provide a number of local ice cream. That'll give me the vision to open that place. Providing local ice cream to persons. But we didn't move off as fast as we want to, but that is where we're going. Stay local.
But where you located, Devon?
Right in Carlton Junction.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right. I know where to find you.
You can't miss it. Right above the cocoa station.
Okay.
Right, and the name is Darby's.
Darby's.
Yes.
I go find you, man. Don't worry.
And people go in and buy the KFC and the what and what. I have the local version of that.
You have the local version.
Yes, you get the fish and breadfruit. You get the fish and potato fries and everything. You get the breadfruit just like that.
All right.
Thanks for the free advertisement.
Yeah, we're gonna send the invoice soon.
All right,
take
no
care.
problem.
Okay,
Take
bye-bye.
care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's so many local things.
Exactly.
Even the sweet potatoes, you can just roast it just the
Yeah,
same way too,
roast it, and especially what they're doing now, they promoting the one with the orange color.
Yeah, they call it American yams.
Yeah,
Sweet
the
yams.
one,
Yeah.
but that there's one in America called it Beauregard. Beauregard is one of the varieties, but I've seen it in like Africa. They do fields and fields of and they're promoting it. They're promoting that for healthy lifestyle.
I don't know if you've ever seen this. I saw it in Toronto a while ago, but it don't come very often. It's something. It's like a blogger, but it's big, JD.
It's not say big.
It's like it's short like that, right?
Yeah.
And it's let me see. It's that like my hand, my two hand, my palms together. I think they said it comes from Hawaii. I do not know the name of it, but I buy it one time and tried because I saw this guy, this African guy, buying it in a basket full. And I'm like, what is that? And he said, oh, this is very good. So I said, well, how do you cook it? He says, you peel it, you cut it into, and you take out the thing inside. There's a black thing like seeds inside of
seeds,
it.
yeah, okay.
You take it out
And
and you cook it. So I said, can I just cook it whole? And then when it cooks, take it out. He told me, yes, I can do that. So I did.
is it hard?
It tastes like breadfruit.
Okay.
But I cannot remember the name
I'm
of
not
it.
sure. I know.
But it does not come very often in the grocery store.
Because I know they have in the blogger family, they have I think 2 other types in the blogger family. I know one is rock hard. It could break your jaw.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things out there, especially in the Pacific, like Asia and the Asian
In the
country.
Pacific, yeah.
Yeah, that we and the different foods, all the different foods they get from down there.
That's why they call it exotic foods.
Yeah, really. The different, like I think it was is it a pink pineapple? That's that was it came from Japan.
Okay.
It was the most expensive fruit in the world.
Pink
A
pineapple.
pink pineapple. Yeah.
Did it grow naturally? Or
Yeah,
did
naturally. Yeah, yeah. And in Japan, how they grow the watermelon, when it's young, they put a box something around it, and it grows just the
Inside
way
of it.
inside the box.
Okay.
So you could stockpile, like how you do cardboard cartons, and so you could stockpile watermelon one on top of each other.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go for a break and come right back. Agriculture, a pillar in the Grenadian economy. Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. They supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery items, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. Serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth number 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call them on 409-2175 or 438-4337 and enjoy their services from your farm to your backyard. Gittins Home and Garden Center.
Yes, agriculture is the number.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I heard you all talking about this roast potato, but let me tell a little about this roast thing. In my days, I'm a senior citizen now, I'm 83. And in my days, I know my parents. Whenever they have the roast potato, and that is very healthy. And in those days, we thought it was a shame for people to know that we, as I had to say nobody, that is what we have to eat. We roast potato. You ever eat roast yam?
Yes, I have.
Right. The roast blogger. Roast plantain.
Everything
The
roast.
same pig, we roast it. Not only breadfruit alone, what could roast and eat. All these things and they are very healthy food to eat. I know this same blogger again, our blogger here. When you hear thing, you peel your blogger, you get a little piece of saltfish, you put it to boil with the provision in the blogger. You have a little coconut, and those days we don't know that it's coconut oil. When that blogger and that saltfish boil together, you don't throw the water. You put a little coconut oil in that water with that blogger, and man, you make a massive meal with it. The plantain, the green plantain, well, we used to pong it, boil it, pong it, make the little salt, with those days it's saltfish, we make a little saltfish gravy, and thing, and man, and that was good food in those days. I can say that's what have us alive still.
That's true.
And keeping us strong and moving around. So this kind of things they have now, up to now, I don't foresee about at my age, this macaroni, rice, and all this kind of thing. I don't foresee about it. Make ground provision, that is what I love. Local things. And that is what you see, most of this sickness, cancer, and everything what's going around now, is this kind of too much artificial in the food. Because in those days, it's pen manual, so we eat the solid, good, organic food. So what's going on now? Eat anything. So if it, as they say, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end.
Yes,
I would like for these young people to know in our days what we used to eat and have us so strong still.
All right, thank
you.
Have
a blessed day.
You too. Take care.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
And even the breadfruit leaf has a lot of benefits. Breadfruit leaf. And another thing I learned lately, there is a little, how should I call it? I like the flower from the breadfruit. It's long.
That long thingy.
A little, about maybe 6 inches. You pick it up, you dry it, let it dry. You break off the head, put it in like a container, and you light it. You know what you have?
Insect repellent.
Insect repellent.
There you go.
Insect repellent.
Let's say good morning to the people that are listening and looking on live. Baby Daddy, good morning. Ann Andrews, Christine Batiste, Adrian Watts, Shirley Skerritt, Kristen Otley, Carl Belfon, Evan Roberts, Joycelyn Francois, Elsa Louison, and let's see, Marilyn Ferguson. Good morning to you all, and thank you for always checking in with Real on the Real FM family. Keep it real, subscribe, like, and share. I think we have a caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Jerry, you ever mix orange juice and milk?
Yes.
How you do it?
You just normally you just mix it. I don't.
One must be cool in there. You rather cool the orange juice first with ice.
And you add the milk.
One have to be cool for in color.
Okay, but I remember trying that already. But I can't remember. Not only I do often, but I drank orange, milk and orange juice already. Yeah.
That is a drink. A very nice drink.
Yeah.
All right.
Local orange juice.
Yeah.
You put ice in it, you cool it to make it cold enough.
Enough, and then you add the
Okay.
Yeah. I think you're right. You should add it. It might cuddle.
Either you put the milk, you cold the milk first, or you cold the juice first.
The juice
Anyone you
first.
want.
Yeah.
And it must be cool for the end color.
Yeah.
And you serve that man with that breadfruit and thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Total local.
You know the breadfruit does take got salt in the skin. You see where the stem come out in the head?
Yes.
When you put it salt there, like the salt going in some inside there.
Inside there? Okay.
Because always has salt and ice in it.
Okay. Never.
All right.
Thank you, Brother Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Later.
Yeah.
Now we'll say morning to the WhatsAppiers here. Caroline, Lennox, Francis, the ex-police, and Kit Sylvan. Thank you guys for checking in also. So, Jetty, breadfruit, potato, roast plantain, roast blugger, roast everything. A call coming in. Good morning.
Good morning, darling, and good morning to JD. Good morning, Grenada.
How are you doing, Tammy?
Well, when are you talking about that breadfruit and that liquor fall in there? Me much running one side. I love breadfruit, and I grew up on breadfruit. Joe, good morning, Joe. Mr. Watts in New York, good morning, you and your wife and everybody who's listening. Patty in Canada listening. She was saying she could eat a piece of breadfruit now. Pat, Yeah. I live on breadfruit, and breadfruit is a nice food. I eat enough roast breadfruit and just put butter in it.
Yeah, little salt butter. They go in
Keg,
there.
they call it the
I
keg
put
butter.
in
The keg
that.
butter, yeah.
Yes, the keg butter, the red one they used to have, it was like soft.
Yeah, that come
Yeah,
from
but
Ireland.
that what we had.
That was the Irish
Breadfruit
butter.
and bush tea and black sage. And in them time, in pan cup, we drinking it. The pan cup.
You know when the pan cup fall in there, that big black scale on it, and
And
afraid
it
for
hot.
people to see.
It hot.
Yes.
No,
pan
that's
cup.
not the pan
The
cup.
butter pan, yeah.
No, the one
I eat
the one TJ talking about is not
Not the butter one. You
No.
know, you used to have the pan cup
The
with the handle.
enamel, like the
in the
enamel.
The
middle.
pan cup with the handle, the other man used to start it. Come on, stand
Yes, when you make a hole
That
inside
pan-
of that.
And they have teacup in your house, you can't use it, only Christmas time you use the teacup.
No, you're making
But
you
it's the
saying it
pan cup
wrong.
we used to drink the tea in.
Yeah.
And the lady talk about the roast thing and all them things. I eat all of that. Sometimes that we used to eat for lunch.
Yep.
To shove the thing under the cold pot in the fireside. You turn the fireside and you push it on roast. That is what I knew. Like some people know they have to have the bacon and the bread and the toast bread and this and that. I mean, now I know what toast bread. But we've been toasting bread in the fireside.
Yes.
The breadfruit and the fig, when fig stay over in the night. You roast it and eat next morning.
Yep.
I grew up on that. That was always in the provision. Yeah. And as she said, punk planting again. We used to punk planting every Sunday. Punk planting, I need the green one. Punk it in matter. A lot of people now don't know that. Young people don't know that their parents don't cooking food. Parents going and buy Subway. And all the cabbage on the side of the road spoiling with the vendors. And breadfruit is not only all long. You do a lot of other things with breadfruit. Nice salad, potato chips, you make pie.
You cannot make potato chips with breadfruit, Sir Kami. What's wrong with you?
Yes, you make punch with breadfruit. Everybody feels a eye long. No. I just try little things, with breadfruit. And that will have a tree in my yard,
Yeah,
yes, that's good.
That will have a tree. And I pay $5 for that tree from a man from Grand Mall. And I just rest it down and he stayed there. And I just bear right through the air.
Kami.
Look yesterday, a plant tree I sent in Maryland and buy some plant, mango plant.
Right.
And I get both of them join on.
Okay.
So I plant that yesterday morning. Because sometimes I sit down, you bear with me. Sometimes I sit down and I think, I say, boy, I might get really, really old and I can't move again. And I have a man go to sock or somebody might pass and buy a bucket. That's how I think, I just plan the thing.
You have to think future-wise.
Because there's an old man from Montgomery that sell some yam for and he bring for me to sell and some mango. And he tell me, when I give him the money and make for him, he tell me that day he broke. And he couldn't make it back that time. He said you must plant things on your place if you have a place too. Because you might get it to buy a pound of fish later on. So that's why I always stick something in the ground.
That's good.
I cut blog or you see anybody want cane, they could get cane to buy from. You understand? Big purplish cane, but I ain't selling them to nobody.
Okay.
I'll leave it there and watch them.
All
I'm
right.
watching them cane.
Well,
They're nice.
Kami,
I'm watching them. Yeah.
you never tried the breadfruit mash up with some butter and some herbs, no?
Yeah. No. I never put that in. I never put it.
Try that.
I cook the breadfruit already.
Right.
Half fried.
All
And
right.
I crush it.
You crush it.
I crush it and I put a lot of butter in it.
Don't put plenty butter.
I don't
Your
put
age.
no ganja, no TV. No. Oh, you said nice stuff. You talking about that. You understand? But some people know they don't want to eat that. They don't eat that. Yesterday I cut blood on tree and I bring down and I give away. I feel good.
Yeah, you'll be blessed.
Despite the fight down there they're giving me, I still go and I give him because I tell people, I say, come and live up that side. Then you daily tongue there, you don't have a Sunday hungry tongue is the worst hungry.
A Sunday hungry?
Because that you was hungry? Because that place close, nobody will piece of food in tongue, You have to be a very good person for somebody to give a piece of food in tongue, you know. I tell friends, I say, come up here, you will get place, you go play.
But
And I'm
Yamolan up there?
planting.
Yamolan come here?
I like really have a lot of land.
No,
not only up there.
by you.
Well, yes, you go and make land over there, they go come and rent from it. The people are the only old factory, ice factory.
Okay.
They could come and rent because the land just there, they could rent and make garden.
All right. Okay.
And he had too much idle people in Grenada and begging, coming and beg. You know, young people that could go and look for a little place, lease it and rent it and plant short crop.
Okay.
You know, yes. It's so sad. They don't want to work hard.
That's what we're trying to educate them on here this morning to get them and go to work.
And I tell you, the program is a good program that people just listen and encourage people to do, because you will not remain young and bright at all the days of your life.
Quite true.
You won't pull bus though every day. Sometimes you go this morning and the busman tell you, I don't need nobody this morning. So if you have something and you go, I just buy a bush from a guy, a Rasta man, they working on the farm up here. And I could drink that bush every day. I don't know what is the name of the bush. It smells nice. And when you drink that bush, your stomach is clean. I will buy $5 from him.
You should ask him what's the name of it, Cammy.
I'm going to ask him. He tell me what I forget.
Write it down.
You could season meat with it. Yes, you could season meat with it. It smells nice. And it's drinking good.
Is it Pity Bomb?
I mean, young people, a lot of young people are listening to the program. How do you get all this stuff together? Plant food as a culture. Man, I always say the rice was going to stop coming green that one day. Plant food.
All right.
I tell you, I planted three mango yesterday. Yes, and I feel all right. I cut blog and cut feed. I give away, you know, and continue the good program.
Thank you.
Because we need that ingredient and all a lot of people out of jobs. And you go in the land. Shut the bulong, shut crop. Lettuce. Carrot now will spoil with all the rain that falling. A lot of people carrot spoiling because of the water. So the agriculture program is a very good program.
Thanks, Cam.
Have a blessed day, everybody.
All righty. Later.
Zanda, I hope you're all right this morning. And no spare out.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. I mean, we have to encourage everybody to plant, even though it's in your flower pot or something that you could eat, something that you like, yeah.
And then even tires, the outer tires do make good planting. You plant something in a tire. And, you know,
we have another call.
They call. Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning to everybody who's inside.
Good morning, Mr. Khan.
Can't call everybody name. What I want to tell the phone and the man that talking there. I told all you I have 3 wonderful breadfruit trees. I had 3. And I never out of breadfruit. You know, when I planted this breadfruit tree there, 1970 after Ivan and Emily. He should tell you that. No, the breadfruit tree have a lot of black thing. I forget what they call
the blights?
Blight.
Yes, blight. And that breadfruit, when you see it had a time, I'm telling you what they see them see. I pick 8 breadfruit, I peel it, and I put all my seasoning in it, and I put it in my fridge. The next day, I fry it. I don't buy it. I don't buy in breadfruit and then come and fry it. No. You do nice. You pick it, you peel it, you wash it, you season it, and you put it in your fridge. You fry it the next day. My breadfruit tree eating nice. And this morning and Shaggy program, oh God, that person that do that, man, that.
Mr. Cobb?
Hey.
Agriculture.
Eh?
We're talking agriculture this morning.
Yes, agriculture attacking.
Yeah.
A big bunch of fig. They go and take the man fig. Well, the man are custom missing the fig. Okay? So he do what he have to do. He put needles in the and who tell you somebody buy the fig and they get the needles?
Oh my.
They sell the fig them. So that's why I'm telling you. You see, we see, farming is a good thing, but yeah, some of us, we don't come in and we don't doing nothing. We going in people place. What? They just come and even say, dig me yam, I have yam. They digging it, eating it. If I didn't want to think them, but no, I don't harming nobody.
That's good.
No, I don't do that.
All right.
So you all have a wonderful day. That program is a very, very, very good program. And on Thursday, I love it.
Thank you, Ms. Jacob. Have a good
Yes,
day.
so you all, God bless you all, and I
And
love you all. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye,
You
Ms.
too,
Jacob.
blessings
Bye-bye.
and you.
Nice.
Yeah, this thing, that is dangerous.
Yeah, but
When you take people's stuff and it's not yours, and then you go and you sell it and other people get, it is
get
bad.
those things.
I
Yeah.
think we have a WhatsApp call. One
Go
moment.
ahead and take it. Take the calls as they come in.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing fine,
How are you?
thanks. Fine.
Just calling to say that I'm enjoying the program. And JD,
Good morning,
you're the
sir.
same one. You're right. This is Bernard from Salisbury Road.
Yeah, Mr.
Good
Bernard.
morning.
Yeah,
How are you?
excellent, man. Good.
Yes, man. So
I know you're the
enjoy
ardent listener. I know you're the ardent listener.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, man. I'm listening. Take
That's
care,
good.
man.
All right. Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Mr. Bernard. Okay.
And we,
Yeah. Like I don't think much people do that in Grenada, but in Africa, the palm planting is a stable meal for them. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, CJ.
Good morning, Primus. How are you?
I'm good for the time.
Good.
And good morning, Jerry.
Morning, Mr. Primus. How the weather treating you with your crops?
Well, how should I put it? Mixed.
Okay.
Because I'm losing a lot of plants.
Yeah. A lot of farmers. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Before I forget, how I heard Claire say that she knows something. She knows pan cup. No. Nobody told me about pan cup.
So what is Primus? You don't think I know pan cup?
No.
What you mean? I grew up with a grandmother, Our grandmothers had pan cup in the house.
But then you didn't use pan cup.
Well, how would you know? How would you know that?
chance?
I know about pan cup. And you know about pan cup, Gates? Yeah. Gates know about pan cup. We all know about pan cup. And when the cup fall and that big scale come out on the paint, what the paint the pan cup will come out on it. You have that big black thing.
That's the enamel. That one was the enamel cup.
Well, yeah, pan cup enamel is the pan.
No, two different cup.
I remember, the pan cup was made out of butter tin.
Yes.
And the pan cup, and then you had the enamel cup. It's two different. Yeah.
I know both of them.
Right.
Okay. Strange. Yeah, JD, what of whether we have season we have in around now, JD?
I don't know. And a lot of farmers complaining, and the way things are going, you wouldn't have other products for Christmas.
No, JD. Right now, today I'm going to plant some sorrel and some dashing.
Sorry?
I have plants here.
Yeah, but how much you get
for me and they didn't germinate properly. But I have vegetable plants to go JD, and it's not encouraging. I'm telling you straight up.
Sorrel might catch, but it wouldn't be as normal, huh? Because this is the time sorrel they are producing now.
Yes. I understand that. As I said, it will be late.
Yeah.
But back on the vegetable.
Yeah.
It's not encouraging. I'm telling you straight right now.
Okay.
It's not encouraging, JD. The amount of plants are lost for the past couple of weeks. They leave the nursery, throw them in the soil, and that's where they are going down.
Yeah, the weather the rain is too heavy for them. Yeah. This is the next option, Mr. Primus. Your shade house.
Yes, what happened? I think I'm going to follow on the shade house because I had a paper. Something that the ministry gives me earlier on. We donate a shade house to every farmer in the village.
Right.
Not the village. Different
constituencies.
And I was one of them.
Okay.
And they told me, look, once I could hold on to my application, and when the time comes, I could come to collect it. But at least I didn't have a place to put it as yet. So now I'm making place. I'm going to go and negotiate with them and hope that I'm still successful.
I do hope
getting
so.
that same
Yeah, I
traction.
do hope, because without
Yeah.
shade houses, that's the way we have to go now. That's the way
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have to go.
That's what I'm heading.
Yeah, we'll have to go to shade
But
houses.
it's not looking bright for that
No, at
Saturday.
all. No.
Because at least tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Saturday in the stadium, man, I wouldn't have lettuce. And I could tell you for the past couple of weeks, the customers have been giving me for lettuce. And there will be no lettuce at all this week. And
Yes,
maybe
sir.
for next couple of months, for next time until Christmas.
Okay.
All what I had just keep going down.
Yeah, but that water is too much for the lettuce. Too much.
Yeah,
And especially the young seedlings,
yeah.
they can't take it.
It's off. But I don't give it up.
No, you can't. That's your bread and butter.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Yes.
Sorry, JD and Clay, have a good day.
You
Thank
too.
you, you
Have
too.
a wonderful
Okay.
day, Brother Primus.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Let's go to commercial break, JD.
Yeah. Take. Pause.
A pillar in the Grenadian economy. Gitters Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. They supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery items, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. Serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth number 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call them on 409-2175 or 438-4337 and enjoy their services from your farm to your backyard. Gittins Home and Garden Center.
We can all use some holiday cheer, so Christmas is coming early this year. Unwrap the true magic of Christmas on Real FM 91.9 and 91.5. The time of love and giving is here, so come, take advantage of our specially developed packages as we celebrate our 18th anniversary as a media entity. Packages start as low as $500, which guarantees 5 spots per day, Monday to Friday, and bonus spots on Saturdays. Promotion ends January 31st, 2023. Call 442-0975 or email us at real919fm@gmail.com for more information. Don't miss this superb opportunity to get great discounts when you advertise with Real FM.
Here's a message for you to come join me on Christmas Shack Shack. It is going to be your ultimate Christmas show. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 10 p.m. It's going to be a blast. Remember the dates now? Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 10 p.m. starting November 15th right up to the 22nd of December. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Real FM. Christmas coming again. You ready for parang?
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one.
Seems as though we have a call. Let's see. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine myself. I'm fine.
Good.
You know, your guest a little while ago talked about planting in the tires, you know, around the house and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about the future, hydroponics. Why are we still trying to planting in tires and stuff like that? The home use hydroponic system you can have in your house and grow crops and at a faster pace and use less water. And it's just the way to go. Even in the large scale, farmers are going to plant in the lands and stuff like that, short crops, using a whole heap of water and a whole heap of manure and back-breaking work. You know, certain things we're moving forward. I think hydroponic is the way to go. And I think we should promote that a little bit more because I think BJ is a man that is far ahead in that field already.
He is,
And,
but when he comes, he may be able to give you some more explanation on how to provide it.
Yeah, we need to do that because you see, the land, wetting crops in the land, they use more water, use more manure, more back-breaking work, more labor. So it's just a bit too hard to farm in the land. It takes too much money.
All right.
Hydroponic is much easier, it's much cheaper, and the crops grow faster and they look better.
Okay.
So unless the disease, that's spraying, unless this, less that, it's just the way to go right now.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that is true. But again, even the farmers, they use a lot of overhead sprinklers. But in the bigger farmers, what they should be using should be drip irrigation instead of sprinklers, because the sprinklers create a lot of weeds compared to the drips, because the water will drip exactly where you want it, maybe about 12 inches apart, exactly where you want it.
But remember, in some areas, farmers can't get water in the dry season because, they have no river there. Remember the hydroponic system, using back the same water over and over and over. So you ain't gotta pay for water anymore. Just one and then that's it. So that farmer is much, it's just a way, you're saving more money as a farmer and make more money in the future.
Are you a farmer?
No, I'm a research agent, I'm a man that, look, beyond, just look at things and make sure that I can get things moving forward.
So you think outside the box?
Outside the box. And,
okay.
our land down here, right, it's so hard to work because it's Tegwa soil.
Mm-hmm.
I think our land down here is more suited for fruit trees like oranges and soursop and just name it,
Mm-hmm.
But to really work that land down here every year or every time as a farmer is a backbreaking work. It's a really hard work and it takes a lot. So that way most people don't want to go and farm because they think it's too much of work. But with the hydroponic now, it's just like you can go in your farm once a week for like 5 minutes and that's it. Just look at the system, because some system have what you call timer on it, so you can time your things, you can water the plants for a certain time, cut off a certain time. You as a farmer, you just have nothing to do. Then just go and pick your crops and go and sell it.
So let me ask you the question. How expensive it is to go into hydroponics?
I think it's just as expensive as somebody going to farming in a new piece of land, because you have to buy a tiller, you have to buy irrigation system, you have to buy, just a lot of work, cut down all the big trees and excavate, do drainage. I think the hydroponic to me is much cheaper.
So you're telling me that I have a small piece of land by the side of my house, like a backyard, let's say backyard gardening. And I just go and set up thing and say I'm doing things hydroponically or hydroponics or what you call it?
Yeah. And that system, a system like that in the back of your house. You're working on the ready right now, bam, you set up a system, water your plants, and within a month time you have this thing and that's it. You don't gotta go and spray for weed and pull up grass and mold this and all this hard backbreaking work. It's just the way to go right now. I mean, I don't know how we're going up on that right now, because most countries, Trinidad, Jamaica, or islands are up on that, and they're doing well.
So what's the cost of the material for you to do your stuff in hydroponics?
Well, BJ is coming in. I'll tell you, BJ is far advanced in that area.
Well, yeah, but you give me the information. I'm testing you. I'm teasing you. I want the information just so I could talk to BJ.
Well, I'm not as an expert as BJ. I think BJ is better than that. I think so, because I heard that you have a system. I'm not 100% sure, but I heard that. And I think BJ have fruit trees in his land. I mean, you have soursop, you have plantain, you have this, you have that.
But they're not all grown let me see, hydroponically. I don't think they all grow like that.
The short crop system you have, the system you have is you should go short crop. Okay, remember the hotels and one thing regular.
Okay.
They don't want to hear you and have. So to get a contract, you're able to keep up with the demand.
So after you do all this research, because you said you do research, are you going to venture into agriculture?
Yeah, well, that's my thing. Because that's the way to go. Because basically, remember, people must eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you eat 3 times a day.
Not necessarily.
But you must eat.
Yes.
One thing is shown in life: people must eat. So agriculture is something that you show. It's a business that you show. You would get sales.
Where are you calling from?
Yeah. If I tell you, you won't believe, though.
I would believe. Where are you calling from?
I'll tell you next time. St. Patrick's, though.
That's okay.
Yeah, Andrew know me good, man.
Okay.
Andrew know me good, man. So,
all right.
In the future, caller, I'll bring on I have a link with one of the biggest hydroponics in Jamaica. I'll bring him on maybe before the year.
Yeah, because you see, some of the farmers on here, they're stuck in their old ways. And sometimes the kids don't want to do that because why? They really think it's hard work. No doubt about it. You're a farmer, you know that it's hard work.
But apart from the hydroponics, they have to do shade houses. It's a must.
Yeah.
They have to do shade houses.
Yeah, it's the way to go because you see so much disease now when the planting in the ground is like you got to spray this and spray that and go and get this and all the money going to spray.
Not even that, the weather pattern that we into. This is why we would have much vegetables on the market for Christmas because of the weather pattern. And if you are doing shade houses, we'd have been a lot better off. Yeah.
A lot better off, yeah. So have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thanks
Okay,
for
bye-bye.
your inputs.
Yep. So everybody, everyone seems to have an idea where we should go, but are we going there?
That's
How expensive it is to get to
to
do
get
what
there.
it is that we're asking. We have a call. Good morning.
I come back in there.
Come back again.
I believe in the hard work, to take the time and plant your food because today when you buy food, as what this man talking there and it's easy and all kind of thing. You buy a pack of carrot now and you put it there and it starts to rot.
True.
It starts to rot. You buy tomatoes and it starts to swell as if something do it and all starts to drip water. You understand? So I rather the way that the old people that grow with and the old farmers that believe in hard work, yes, it's better. So I'm eating eggs, I will never eat no egg.
You don't eat egg now? Okay.
No, I don't eat egg.
Why is that?
Because you know they hatching egg on the light. Long time for us to lay. And I will eat an egg so the yellow inside is yellow and pretty. Come on. You know what happened with a lot of people right now? Yes, they have the technology and whatever the word you use, I can't pronounce it.
Hydroponic, he's saying.
Yes,
I can't even say it myself.
Still, I won't even if I could pronounce it, I can't say that word. Anyhow, they don't want to work hard. Easy to make fast money. The hotel people and them, you think they don't know that? That when you stay in the land and you fast and you work and you take care of your plants, you get good food. Then when they buy a bunch of things, all spoil they have to show. But they have to make the money so they go buy the quick thing.
All right. Sure.
I have a friend in Willis that plant carrots get nice to go carrot from me. And he tell me, say, Miss Cammy, all my carrots spoil because too much water. We understand that some of the plants that now get too much water for them and some of the farmers know that. You understand? But I don't believe in them things.
Right.
I buy chocolate and Friday I bought some cauliflower. And by the time I reach home, the whole chopper is started to get brown and drip water. Fasting, I don't want that. That was giving us all the old disease. All kind of name doctor telling you that the name of this and name of that. Right now, you never hear them name over the years.
That's true.
Too much old chemical and too much thing they experimenting on to grow food fast. Are you all the farmers are listening me? Stick with all the fucking all you thing and taking all your time and throwing cow mess and all kind of thing in plant.
Kame,
Hello?
Before you go, so you don't have to call back again. He's here.
I won't call back.
No, I'm telling you, I said, no. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Come in, listen.
I said, before you go, he is here. So say good morning.
Who that is?
The one that you love. The one that, oh, boy, I love that man.
Jerry?
Morning, Kami, how are you?
Well, you make me
Love you as always.
Yes. He's an agriculture man, Tony. I know you will agree with some of the things I just said.
Some.
About this thing. Yeah, some.
All right. Thanks.
Have a blessed day, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, BJ, good morning.
Morning, Claire.
Welcome.
Morning to the listening public. Happy to see you as always. Morning, JD.
BJ, morning. And we turn you into the hot seat.
Yeah, hydroponic. Tell us. You heard when you were coming in.
You heard that about the hydroponics and shade houses.
Well, I guess everybody who spoke this morning is looking at holy percents.
Me too?
Some people seems to think that this is the way to go to produce food. And some people are saying, you know something, Yes, we can do it, but we can stick to the traditional method of growing food.
Mhm.
They both have the advantage and the disadvantages.
Yeah, right. So
You need to wait out and have a balance. I'm sure
Okay.
that's the way to go. In relation to the cost, I think that we need to make those equipment more affordable um, and available.
Okay.
You just can't find them here. Simple pumps, um, even simple fertigating system. You can't find those here. So you cannot talk about doing something you doesn't have the hardware.
True.
You know.
Yes, I think everyone has the idea that we can do things, and it's that we are trying to make things better, to make more production. But the thing is the cost of everything to get things done. How expensive it is to do hydroponics, BJ?
Um, Expensive is relative.
Okay.
So I don't really look at things the way people look at it in terms of monetary value.
Mm.
For example, we normally would take sometimes millions and put in the tourism sector, which is okay.
Mhm.
We take quite a bit and put in the agriculture sector also, which is okay. I think sometimes the avenue, the places that we are putting our money is not in the right place.
Okay.
Last week, I don't know if you remember,
Mhm.
that Clifford called and said that he heard that the government is putting in some money in the Cocoa Association, something to that effect,
Mhm.
some 300 and something thousand. Don't quote me on the figure. Um, to do extension work and to go into the fields and whatever. And I think those monies are being spent in the wrong places. Those entities need to be able to sustain themselves and make money and operate
At a profit.
at a profit.
Mhm.
Um, Failure to do so, the government responsible to ensure that it's done and done properly. So there is no excuse for that not happening.
But
That money could have been spent into the procurement of equipment, probably for hydroponics, and maybe set up 300,000, maybe set up two decent unit
Mhm.
and get them very productive.
Mm.
Therefore, people can follow. The next few persons who may want to get involved in that may decide, well, something, this is operational, this is making money. I can go borrow some money because it's functional.
Right.
You take it and you put it somewhere where you just don't see the impact. You don't create any impact in the agriculture sector, which doesn't make no sense at all. You doesn't spend money and you don't create an impact. You're supposed to have an impression when you spend money.
And do you think that if like you said, go the hydroponic way, that the banks are going to be more willing to give a loan to a farmer?
Well, Claire, you have the development bank, you have the commercial bank.
Mm-hmm.
Few weeks ago, months, I can't remember. My
Mhm.
memory going.
Mine too.
Yeah, getting old, you forget very, very quick. Um, you had this guy from Cooperative Bank,
Mhm.
talking about the promoting some home gardening and
Backyard
stuff.
gardening,
Yeah,
yes.
yes, that's all well and good. But if the bank was to make what, $10 million in profit annually, and they're sure they make a lot more than that
Mhm.
sometimes, and that's net profit, rather than promoting like a backyard garden, why not say, hang on, something, this bank is homegrown. This bank, is basically serving the people of Grenada.
Mhm.
Let's put aside $500,000, $250,000 for special agriculture projects. Even though it fail, it don't really matter. I'm sure a lot of them would be successful.
Yeah.
But if part of it or percentage of it fail, then that's okay. That goes with it what we set out to do.
Right.
Because when you set up new businesses, sometimes they fall
Yeah, it
apart.
falls apart.
Sometimes some are successful. But the thing is that you are doing something. Things are happening. So to me, those are the direction we need to go in. Commercial bank need to basically support farmers, not like you come and you want to get a loan and to do farming and they tell you what 12% interest or 14% interest. You have to start paying instantly. You have to have what security, X, Y, and Z. None of which the farmer has.
Right.
So to me, the way to go is to make those funds affordable and available. Not take money and give people that they go and spend randomly and do all kind of wrong things. I'm saying that you assess whatever projects that are, handed in, proposed. You look at it, scientifically. There is a way to evaluate those things and measure it, and you fund it.
So hear me. If I have I want to do agriculture. I want to be a female farmer, and I have all my ducks in a row, my paperwork looking good and everything. If I go to the bank with that, in theory, would they give me a loan for what I have on paper?
Now, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes you might be lucky, but sometimes you have to bring a lot of collaterals and stuff like that, security,
Your markets,
those kind of things. Sometimes they run around the drills, they getting this and getting that. It takes you 6 months, sometimes a whole year to get one, minor loan approved to set up clear to develop agriculture. You have to have special loans for agricultural projects. It cannot go hand in hand with little commercial things. And that is if you set up something that is very efficient and as you set it up, you're going to be making money. Everything in farming take time. And farming is hard work everywhere, every part in the world. So you need to treat it special. That's why sensible governments they treat the farmers as special people. They give you soft loans, they give you long grace period. Sometimes they give you grant, they give you subsidize you, they do all kind of things. And then they turn around and tell you, don't do your farmers that, because you don't bring them anywhere, but they are the head of the whole thing.
So you think that money that they might be putting in to tourism or putting somewhere, they should put more of that money into agriculture to move it forward, because this is what's going to feed the nation.
I don't know the money I'm doing the budget, but I always find, and maybe I have a bias to the whole budget because I'm a farmer.
Yes.
I find agriculture is a bit too scanty. Clear to seriously develop the agriculture sector, we need a good $100 million. And this is not plenty money. Do we have what? That's a little bit of money.
I'm just
I'm
asking.
talking about if we don't have that, we borrow that and spend it sensible.
Okay. So now you think the banks or the powers that be should actually set up a special account just for farmers to get loans and not charge them exorbitant amount of interest and jump them down the back if they don't pay this month or so. Give them a sort of a grace period, or when they get the loan, give them a grace period before they start to pay.
I'm saying that special sometimes there are projects that you can do, and instantly the project finish, you can start meeting your obligations. The crops that sometimes you are growing, sometimes it takes 6 months, 9 months, sometimes a year, sometimes 2-3 years to produce fruits. Those are what you're depending on to pay back the loans. How are you going to pay within those period of time? Let me give you an example. Mr. Andal on him has this coconut project going on. JD is quite aware of it because I saw him with the manual and stuff that they give out to the opening during the opening ceremony. They want farmers to get involved to resuscitate the coconut industry, which makes a whole heap of sense. But they expect you to clear the land. They expect you to plant the coconut. They might give you a few plants if they feel like it and stuff. In some cases, they probably tell you have to buy it. And they come wrong and they look and they say, we're doing well. We have 2 acres plant. We have 3 acres plant. We have 13, 17 acres plant. I mean, in Grenada context, in the whole scheme of things, this don't make no sense. If you are planting coconut the time we are living in, you just plant the thing. You look for 100, 200, 300 acres of thing, and you get involved in this thing. This scratching and sticking 2 trees here and there. Those agriculture are just a waste of time. You're wasting time. Production need to be centralized. So it cut back the cost on everything when you centralize your production.
Okay.
The time people don't spend driving wrong, to pick up a van load of soursop is the whole day, you know, to get
Sure.
500 pounds of soursop, you know.
I heard so.
This don't make sense. They start in 6 in the morning and then 6 in the night. And they probably visit 30 different farmers to get 600 pounds of soursop.
So they
This
should
don't make no
centralize.
sense.
They should centralize the growth
Centralize.
of whatever it is that they have in demand. The centralized
Makes
sauce,
harvesting easier, make everything easier.
centralized coconut, centralized
I'm not saying that you're
watermelon.
not supposed to have them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
interplanted here, there, everywhere. But if you're going to produce the thing, you need to have some pure stand, large
stand,
acreage
yeah.
of some of those things in
Mhm.
them, in a central place.
Centralized marijuana, all of that.
Everything.
Okay.
Like in Trinidad, they have an agricultural bank, mainly for agriculture.
That's what I was thinking.
Mainly, yeah, in Trinidad, mainly for agriculture.
We got a call.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Clifford. Go closer to your phone.
Yes, we
Clifford,
okay.
your radio is making noise and we're not hearing you
I-
properly.
sorry for that.
Okay.
The Cocoa Board have just announced that they have invested in a dryer in Carlton that could dry how much 1,000 pounds of cocoa. They have one in Moncton already, right? And they see that it will cost them much cheaper. They will make more money. They will be able to dry the cocoa faster, so you have a quicker turnover. You don't have this amount of cost and the amount of days spent because you'll be able to dry your cocoa in shell. That's good. What is the volume of cocoa that we have in the fields now? What is the volume amount of cocoa that we have out there for harvesting, or could be harvested, or is being cared? Is that being looked into at the same time? Are we going to see those things remain like a white elephant afterwards? Have research carried out on that? We say that we put in another factory in Moncton because we want white chocolate. We have 4 chocolate factories in Grenada. 4 chocolate factories in Grenada. We're still shipping away cocoa in bags. What is the production? How much acres of cocoa we have in the field that is not being cared for? Those factors should be what we take into consideration.
Okay.
And I'm not certain that they have been taken into consideration. As I said before, both cocoa and nutmeg have been given a quantity of money from government. Is both organizations utilizing the funds? Are we going to hear the ending of the year that cocoa didn't use there, or nutmeg didn't use there also? Who doing the feasibility study for those things? Those are the factors that we want to hear to see agriculture moving. I am not satisfied that agriculture is moving as ought to be. Who doing the marketing for the crops we're talking about? Is there a proper marketing sector? Big farmers, are the farmers better off? Are the farmers satisfied that funds are coming into them? Those are the factors that we want to see. And then we could say, the budget will be read in the next 3 weeks. Are we sorting whatever they put into cocoa or into agriculture? Are we sorting that agriculture is benefiting it? And the farmers would be better off? Would the farmers be paid more for the cocoa? Would be the farmers cocoa more on demand? Would be the farmers nutmeg more on demand? This is what we need to know. Not come and tell us next week, a week after, that you put more money than NMP had put into the Ministry of Agriculture. What is the output and what is the input? And until those things are satisfied, a proper marketing structure and a proper way of marketing. St. Lucia is shipping bananas still. St. Vincent gets back into bananas. We have room in Grenada to get back into bananas. Is that being looked at? They gave some farmers some banana plants, and they start bearing, and the farmers catching them to sell the bananas. But there's a demand, always a demand for banana in Grenada. Something has to be wrong. We have to start thinking those ways. We need people like BJ and them on some steering board, steering committee, away from the politics, take away the politics, and have a board that report back to government and not play no party politics with them.
Okay.
And a proper marketing structure. And I think we are on the way for some success.
All right.
If the other islands can do it, why can Grenada not do it?
Okay.
And it is said that we have one of the best soil in Grenada.
Clifford,
Yeah.
as to the cocoa, the factories, I think they have 5 factories, but they are all the cocoa, the chocolate factories. I think there are 5 of them.
Okay, well,
but they're all independent. They don't look for nobody to get materials from. They're all independent.
No, if you are a member, if you are a registered cocoa farmer, you have a right to sell your cocoa to the cocoa board. BJ could certify that. If you are a registered cocoa farmer, you have the right as a member. I see people selling nutmegs in Trinidad, and you're not supposed to ship away nutmeg. You remember the problem we had with Mr. Webb. You're not supposed to sell to anybody else. Now, they have some private cocoa factory, and the private cocoa factory, as far as I know, they have to do. You have to be doing organic cocoa, like the one in Nonpareil. They have to be doing organic cocoa, and you have to be a member of that organization. As far as I know. So it's not helter-skelter, you could sell your cocoa to anybody.
Okay, thanks, Clifford.
Thank you.
So what says you guys? Clifford asked a lot of questions. Do we have answers for any of them?
Well, Clifford didn't ask questions. Clifford made some statements.
Okay.
Claire, with regard to hydroponics, government, contribution towards the whole thing. Sometimes we turn around and we of the opinion that government need to do this and government need to do that and whatever. Government going to get the money to do X, Y, and Z. They don't really have it. Sometimes there are monies that can be made available for special projects like those, and the dollars be spent in the wrong places. Even with private entity and government to a certain extent, they need to focus more on the way we feed ourselves, providing jobs, changing the fabric of a society, changing the mentality, changing the education system, get it towards, people more, innovative and creative and, utilizing the resources that we have. We have a lot of intellectuals, but they're just functional. They don't do anything, create anything. Like functional illiterate. They're just able to read and write and have a whole heap of certificate. But when it comes to actually getting anything done or being innovative or creative or, they just follow the books and that's it. They sit in a air-conditioned office and every day they go home and they feel comfortable. You're just functional. You live 30 years of your life, that way you go home and you get pension and then you read 2 newspaper and you're dead. Whether or not that's what we send you out to get educated for is a different thing altogether. We expect you to come back and build and develop. Claire, hydroponic system isn't expensive. People can be creative by utilizing the PVC pipes. They don't have to buy the ready-made stuff. They can get pumps that they can utilize. In a lot of cases, people have electricity close by, or you can use solar to provide your or wind power. It depends on where you're there to provide your energy. And you can start setting up small units to start producing food. The thing about hydroponic system, Claire, you can automate it,
Mhm.
that you don't have to be
go-
there.
okay.
It can function on its own. Generally in the land, you have to be there, all the
Constantly,
time to
yeah.
weed and to do this and
Mhm.
to do that, and all the necessary cultural practices. You have to be there. In the hydroponics, is a lot less maintenance.
So hydroponic what? Hydroponically? Because I can't, I don't know what that word is. Hydroponics and
It's a grow
hydroponics.
stuff with water.
Yeah, but what I'm asking, can you grow anything hydroponic?
Almost anything. You don't
Almost.
want to grow big trees and stuff
No.
like that because
Yeah.
the root system.
Right.
But almost anything can be grown
Seasoning
in that.
peppers,
Anything like that
tomato.
is minor
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Any above the ground, yes, fine.
Even below the ground, you can grow things like your carrots and your beets and stuff in
Mhm.
hydroponics.
Oh, okay. You want to come by my yard?
It's not difficult. You just use the sand, the coarse sand, the sand that Nawasa normally would use to clean up the dam and stuff like that,
Right.
about that texture.
Mhm.
And you put it in the buckets.
Oh,
And
okay.
you wet it because of the nature of the sand. The water would not settle.
Oh, okay.
It will drain out fairly fast. And you plant your stuff there because the sand is sort of sterile to a certain extent. It don't have no nutrients, so you would have to provide the nutrients. And if you give the plant the nutrients that it need on a daily basis, it will grow, and it will grow very good too.
Mm.
And because of the nature of the sand, the roots will be real irrigated.
Can you mix it up with your ground soil, or
You
you
wouldn't
just?
want to do that.
Oh, I just asking.
Because you're gonna make it muddy
Oh,
and
okay.
soggy when you're wetting it.
Mm.
Probably riverbed could work. No?
Yeah, riverbed would be fine, but you don't want to use riverbed because it's a tuber, a bulb that you're basically getting that's what you're eating when you
Oh, I see. When the thing grows.
Yeah, well, if you plant lettuce,
Uh-huh.
the part you're really eating is the part under the ground. And if you have things like riverbed and stuff where you have
Mhm.
stone and stuff, when the tuber is growing down and any resistance it meet, it changes the shape.
Oh, I see.
You can, if you meet a stone, then you will get the bottom sort of spreading out, and you get malformed tubers.
So it's better to
So
do
it's
it in
better to use a
buckets.
unified,
Oh.
soft texture material to do it.
Mm. So JD, we can do that. Anybody, one of you can come
Like
to my yard.
most people who do carrots on the ground,
Mhm.
soil preparation is the key. They would have to get the soil fine and have
Exactly
the
so.
beds elevated and whatever, or else you don't get good
Get good carrots.
Yeah.
carrots.
So so let me ask you something. What causes a carrot to come with all the hairs on it? I hate to see those carrots with all this hair.
Here.
What caused that?
In terms like the hair on the outside of the
Yes,
carrot.
yes.
Well, remember most people think is roots that just pull in nutrients. It's actually the root hairs.
Oh.
So if you don't have a lot of that, you don't get the plants pulling a lot of nutrients.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a fine texture, whitey stuff at the
underside,
end
yeah.
of the main roots and stuff like that.
No, some of them
Those
are
that
all over the
fibery, right?
Some of them all over the carrot.
Carrots. That's what
Mhm.
pulling the stuff.
Oh, I see. We get a call. One moment. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How you all doing?
Good, thank you.
Hello, me clear?
Yes, sir.
I wanted to find out something. You all using the term the hydroponic? you
Yes,
said?
yes.
Could you explain to the ordinary man on the street what this means?
I'm going to pass you on to the guru on that one.
Because
VJ.
to me, that's the new norm of the day now here in hydroponic, where I go hydroponic. I remember growing up,
Mm-hmm.
I used to do farming with my uncle. Little boy. We used to have grass on the pole where we throw banana, pea shell, grass mixed with the fig stock.
Mhm.
And when this rot on the pole, this used to be manual.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go and take that on the pole in plains and all them areas here, under the cocoa by Florentine and Rat. We used to take that same manure from the cow pole mixed with the feces. And this will be the manure we're using to plant lettuce. And this will grow in weeks. Why we are turning to all this kind of fertilizer and all this thing now?
As
I don't
BJ
understand.
says, the world evolves and we have to evolve with it. So,
Man and
And then
them,
there is effect.
the man and them eat up all the cow. So you know no man, you. That's the problem.
And
Anything
now
that
people
move,
are
they eat
lazy.
it.
They don't want to cut grass for cows. Nobody know. I don't know when I see a cow on a pole, in St. Patrick's,
oh, I have seen there's a guy that has a cow close to me and he cuts grass and everything and brings to that cow.
Yeah, and they used to throw the fig skin, the pea shell, all the things to combine together, and that's the best manure. Talking about food security and food, what we eat. I heard other scholars mention about food. I remember also growing up, it was a food they used to cook with rice, saffron, and saltfish. It used to be yellow.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be the best food, Saffron mixed with rice and saltfish and a little cabbage. And this, when you eat this, it keep you for the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Also, selling food in Grenada now, all where you go, you see people selling chicken and chips, fries, all where you go, and no breadfruit fries. But what I want to say here, why don't these people cook some soup? We used to have pumpkin soup. We used to have callaloo soup. We used to have split pea soup. We used to have the yellow pea soup with pigtails or whatever you want to put. But everywhere you go, you don't get a soup. Fish broth is also a soup we used to do. People are running away from the thing we know. And it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that are healthy for us. Huh? Food not hard to cook. Because the parents before used to cook food for too long. So when you're hungry, you're waiting on food hours. They say you need to buy an ounce of butter. You have to cook. Food not hard to cook. They used to cook food for long. But now food are easy to cook.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what is our problem here in Grenada, man.
But you did
We have a lot
ask.
to do.
You did ask about. You want someone to explain to in layman's term what hydroponics mean, and you went away from hydroponic to the cow and the food and the soup. So let BJ explain what hydroponic is to the local man.
Yeah, you could explain that for the public.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before I answer the question,
Mm-hmm.
it seems as though there is a notion that the way to go is hydroponics, and we should move away from regular traditional farming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not promoting that, none at all.
I hear you.
I'm saying that there is no substitute for pen manure. And if you notice, places like Plains and Pointsville and those estates used to be flourishing
Mm-hmm.
because people used to have cows on those farms, and they would get manure, they would put pen manure around the tree, it would keep it cool, you'd have the tree growing, people used to take time off to seriously farm.
Mm-hmm.
The world evolved, people don't really bother with that too much these days, quick fix. So we eat that way too. We don't waste time and sit down and cook. People just, want to clap their hand. In fact, they order the food these days. You pick up the phone and somebody bring the food for you, and you
Uber.
stay home and eat,
Uber
Uber,
and Lyft.
right. Exactly. And as far as I'm concerned, people who can farm on the ground
Mm-hmm.
and has the time and the patience and the know-how should continue to do so. However, I noticed that that's a trend where soil is depleting very, very fast
Mm-hmm.
because the crops that we are planting, they are heavy feeders, and we don't really care for the soil as we should.
Okay.
So over a period of time, the soil become depleted and is not productive as it ought to. So people come up with this technique, well, that existed a long time ago, because I don't know if you read about what King Pharaoh had, what is it, what river, what Nile,
The
one of them
River
thing,
Nile.
and
Mhm.
dig up some trench and
Mhm.
grow some things around the River Nile,
Mhm.
and so same thing, suckle the water around the city, and they used to grow the crops, and same hydroponics.
Mhm.
It's the same method. You get some pipes, and you pass solution through the pipes, and you put the plants inside of there, and you provide the nutrients for the plants, exactly what you need. You find out what's the requirement, and you give the plants that, and the plants will continue to grow and grow really fast too. So it's just that simple like that. You do hydroponics. Some people would use fish tanks and stuff like that, big tanks, and they put some fish inside of it. They feed the fish, and they will have the lettuces and stuff plant inside of there. And as the fish would excrete and stuff like that, the plants would take it up as nutrients,
Mhm.
and they would have that symbiotic relationship taking place there. They feed the fish provide nutrients for the lettuce, and they take the lettuce and they sell. They will probably eat the fish too after a period of time. So you have, dual gains there. There are different kinds. There are different kind where one where you put in a sort of a mist inside of the pipes rather than put it in water. A mist will go through the pipe and just mist the plant root and stuff like that. They would grow really fast because instead of getting water, only you get a mist with heavily nitrogen oxygenated water.
Right.
So you just keep the plant just flourishing.
Well, that's good.
So to me, it depends on your option. Sometimes some people have money to do the latter. Some people don't.
Yeah. So like it has options out there, and no one is saying that you should just dump what you're doing hard work BJ, hard work JD, and just go into hydroponics.
Nope.
We all have options, and it's up to you and what amount of land you have, what sort of space you have that you want to do this.
Somebody wants to do a small plot in front of the house and they're working elsewhere, they're employed with government or the private sector. They can set up that. They can set it up in such a way that they goes to work and the thing operates during the day, come back in the evening, they look after it, and they can get additional revenue.
Yes, the invitation is still open for anybody who want to come to my backyard. But we got a call.
Final call.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning. And BJ, some people had the notion that growing plants in hydroponic is not healthy. I don't know where they get that from, because when you plant cabbage and lettuce on the ground, to get that crop to maturity without pests, the amount of chemical you have to give it and spray around it and do all kind of things to get it up. Hydroponic is different.
It's much healthier in the hydroponics.
Much healthier.
Yeah.
Much healthier. So people don't understand, and it plants will grow faster and look more prettier. And to me, for traditional farmers who want to go and plant stuff on the ground, yes. Fruit trees, yes. Underground food, yes. But to grow a lot of variety of food, just name it. Hydroponic is the way to go.
Yeah, the plants are looking nicer and the plants looking healthier. That's how it's supposed to look.
Yeah, how it's supposed to look. So, and then here's what's going on now. The farmers that have to use water every day and pay high water bill to Nawasa, using the same water over and over. So basically, you filter the water, you treat the water, and you're back again. So using the same water. Yeah?
And we have a lot of water in Grenada.
Yeah, but it's much cheaper for a farmer to produce with hydroponic and make more money at a faster pace than to go and plant on the ground.
That is true.
If you have the time, nothing wrong with that. If you want to do it that way, nothing wrong with that. You can set up a system where you go to work, and that system will have a time on it where you can water your plant when you're ready. You come back home, you just check your plant, everything is good, nothing wrong, and you go with the business again. And then month end, you're going to have this thing and sell it for you to sell it, and you're good to go. Simple business.
All
1 to
right.
3.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's where we come to almost to the end of the
Almost
program.
then we have 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Which one of all you that gonna come to the back of my set up my hydroponic lettuce and
I'm not
pepper?
I'm not a hydroponic.
These days, they don't set them up in the back of the house any longer. They set them up inside of the kitchen.
My kitchen don't have enough space for the back.
All in your veranda.
I know that among us is the back. I have space in the back. That's why I'm asking for the back.
Back space.
Yes, I've got back space. So come and set up a little something in the corner there to plant my little pepper, my little lettuce. And another thing, BJ, we're talking about people buying food everywhere. But if you cook your food at home, it's healthier for you all around.
Well, not just healthier, it tastier too.
Tastes better,
you know.
So I'm gonna buy
homegrown,
the
everything
food.
homegrown. Homegrown
Yes.
is best. Home cook is best. According to I think anything homegrown, you can't beat it.
According to Grover on Sesame Street, is fast food and food fast.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So thank you guys again for coming.
Eat fast, die fast.
All of the above. All of the above. We should be going to news in 1 minute. So it was good to see that. I think Mr. Andel said that he's going to be here next week. I saw him yesterday.
Yeah,
next Thursday.
Every
Thursday
is Cardi Thursday.
Yeah. So.
But the good thing I remember that. I hope I don't. Yeah, I'll be guy. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that's why we said it's gonna. I said, "Are you coming today?" And he says, "No, next week." I said, "Okay."
Next,
So
yeah, next. Every Thursday is Miss
all
Scotty.
right. So it is 9 o'clock in the Eastern Caribbean and inside of Real FM Studio. So off we go.
Good.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update produced by Triple N. Details when we get back.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth. Always at Grandland, you come first. Save energy, save a dime. Reduce your wattage and reduce your time. When you use appliances, be sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth.